Hello, visuals, and welcome back. We'll do this. The Entertainment News Podcast visuals. Pre Aquaman 2 viewing for Chris, which we'll get to in a second, whatnot. But yes, it's the Entertainment News. There's actually been a couple of things that's gone down and happened, hasn't there?
There has, but there's movies, TV series wise, there's not really been a lot.
No, but I know there's still some talking points on stuff, which I'm sure we'll get round to and whatnot. But seeing as we are about to go see Aquaman, I saw it yesterday. It's not doing very well at the minute with all the scores and shit like that, so I look forward to your opinion after we're done. I can get your opinion after we're done as well, because we're already doing the podcast, and then we can talk about it more in depth next week. But there is a spoiler review, free review up. Dog, tell your dog, Chris, he's not fucking going out.
You're not getting out. Go in the bedroom.
Oh, why the bedroom?
I don't know.
No, yeah, we're going to go see Aquaman. I really enjoyed it. By the looks, the critics aren't saying it's too much fun. It wasn't emotional, but it was a little bit like, all right, DCU's done now. Even though it's been very weird and hit and miss and up and down and shit, I was still a bit like, oh, it's over with now. And like I said, Jason Momoa did do that interview, didn't he, about not long ago, and he did say, originally, apparently he went in to try and play Batman, and they said, we're going to Ben Affleck, we've got another role for you. They said Aquaman, he was like, what? And then he explained their version of Aquaman. I was like, get in. But he did mention what you brought up ages ago, that he said if they asked me to play Lobo, I'm there in a heartbeat. So we might see him again in the future, inside of the DC universe. I don't know. Hopefully we do. I love Jason Momoa, and I think he's fantastic, and I want to see him again in future comic book shit. And he does look the part for Lobo, so
it would be nice to see more of him.
That'll be all right. But anyway, you'll get Chris's thoughts on Aquaman next week if he remembers it. And also next week as well will be the last one of the year, so we'll have to do our full year podcast thing. We did a half, so maybe get your listing through the week. Now you've got free time in your hand, Chris. I'm so happy you can sit and relax. We'll get into that later though. What else has come out? Did you watch Rebel Moon yet?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I thought it was alright. The CGI wasn't the best.
Yeah, I seen it's Zack Snyder's second lowest rated film. Yeah, no, you're not getting a drain cover, cunt. I was always dubious going into it, because I remember told you, I said, it feels like when they watch the trailer, like the film doesn't know what it wants to be. And I watched the film and I was like, it just seems like a big ball of just sci-fi mess.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
No, and you were really looking forward to it.
I was looking forward to it, to be fair. I don't know if I got the premise of the whole thing wrong or what, because they never mentioned anything about going around collecting warriors just to fight the big bad people. Yeah,
no, you're not. You're definitely not wrong. You're definitely not wrong, because I watched it and I was like, I remember when I watched the trailer, because I remember seeing Charlie Hunnam in that in the trailer and being like, okay, they're just adding these different stars in at different points, and I'm assuming that's what it was like, kind of building to, like, yeah, get these. But yeah, at the end of it, left like a weird taste in my mouth, thinking Zack Snyder lately has been great for me. I think his best ever film's probably got to be 300, which you haven't seen. But then his Justice League cut was amazing. We both really enjoyed his old zombie stuff that he's doing at the minute, even though I didn't like the time frame of thing. And it is confirmed that this is in the same universe as all that shit. I don't know why, but okay. But yeah, this one I just thought, this is really... And there's what, like another part or another 2 parts to come? One part? 2 part?
I don't know. Well, obviously we know there's a second part, which is out in the 19th of April, I think it is.
Right.
But I don't know if there's another part after this. I haven't heard or seen anything.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's going to be a little bit better, a bit more actiony.
Yeah, surely.
It's going to be probably a bit like Doom.
Yeah, well,
it was quiet at the start. I enjoyed Doom, like, don't get me wrong, but it was quiet at the start, and now we're getting to the big battles and shit. Hopefully that's how that's going to work out.
Yeah, and hopefully it's a bit more. Maybe it just, like you said, maybe it went over my head. I don't know. Because when I first saw the early scores and it was proper slating, I thought that must just be a bit harsh. But I can understand why now the scores were so shoddy.
Did you not? What did you think about the CGI? Did you ever think at certain points it felt a bit
It did look clunky and iffy, but I'm never too...
Because I don't know if that was the thing, because it's in 4K or whether it's just the way cameras were zoomed. fixated on the people instead of the background. What, I don't know. It just looked weird.
It did look
at some
weird,
points.
but me and you enjoyed the Flash, and I think we can admit the Flash was a bit clunky. CGI's never. If CGI's perfect and on point, like an animation like Spider-Verse or some shit or whatever, then I'm like, yeah, cool, cherry on the top. I don't like I said, I always got the reference. I can go back and play old school Pokemon where it's up, down, left, right, boom. So graphics is never a huge point for me. But it did look. I don't know. It seemed like they've been working on it for a while. I did get the vibe of, is this rushed? Did it rush this out?
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It was. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but I will admit, I wasn't excited going in. When I finished watching it, I was like, if I was, you were probably more disappointed in me because you were more excited. So I finished and thought, well, I got that vibe anyway, and then carried on and whatnot. But yeah, it was. It is what it is. I'll check out part 2 if it's definitely happening or whatnot. Whatever Chris
it's
says.
Definitely happening. It's the 19th of April, around there, anyhow.
I'll check it out. Right. So what else did you do? Leave the World Behind?
I did this morning. That's what
this morning.
That's why I'm a little.
Right. Well, we won't talk the conspiracy because I want to talk conspiracies in the next podcast what we do after the cinema. But what did you think of the film as a whole?
It was weird.
It was very fucking weird. I will admit still though, if Mahershala Ali knocks at my door, the one part that fucking pissed me off was it's his house, their Airbnb in it, but they were going on as if like, excuse me, you know, and it's like, hang on a second, it is his house. I know there's a contract because you pay to stay there, but it's his house.
Not technical forms, but in documentary forms.
Documentary forms? Documents?
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. If you look at that side of things, in theory, he's not supposed to turn up.
I completely get that. 100%. I completely get
so
it.
That's why she was pissed off. I'm like, why the fuck are you here?
I get
I'm
it.
going for the weekend.
Yeah, but it's like if I rented your house for the weekend and you rocked up and I'm sitting there going, excuse me, but hang on a sec, I know, I'll give you your money back. We're sort of, it's still my house. I was just a little like, but anyway, the film itself, I absolutely did it cheat you up at the end or not?
Not really, no. I was just like
I said, we'll get to the conspiracy in the next podcast. Just sort of loosely on the film.
I don't know what I was like. It was like, right, well, does he know something we don't? I don't know.
Well, he definitely does with them talks that he had with that inner circle guy, the arms dealer guy. So he definitely knows because he told him and he thought it was all a joke. But as the film's playing out, and then when it was.
No, I mean Baraka himself.
But mate, 100%. If him and Michelle have produced this, and that's the film they chose
know
to.
something we don't.
There has to, and that's what I mean. When you get to the end of it, because when you hear conspiracy shit, you're like, whatever. This is all completely believable, and the bit that scared me the most, because it happens all the time with clickbait and stuff, is the misinformation. So they go to Kevin Bacon's house, and he says that they thought it was the Koreans or the Chinese or whatever it was, and then but they got the flyers that said it was Iranis or whatever, and it's that misinformation part terrified me. But when Mahershala Ali's talking, Ethan Hawke and breaking down, step one would be isolate the country. I'm thinking, oh my god, and it just put me in an absolute like, what the fuck, man? Because it 100%, because the second anything goes down, 99% of the world, so like if I'll check my phone, I'll check the news, I'll check my phone, and you can't get like, okay, next step, and then it will just start to this misinformation turn on people, and from watching shows like The Walking Dead and stuff, how quickly humans would turn on each other, and it did put me in a, because like, you could talk zombies or Godzilla's attacking or aliens and shit, that's all a bit like, alright, cool, but when you start talking this, you're like, this is so plausible.
You can tell we rely on technology too.
100%.
You can't even go to town without getting lost.
100%. Without shadow of a doubt, you're completely right there. It was weird, but the pacing of the film and so many red flags. Even the kids' t-shirts. Like, did you notice the t-shirts about one was wearing NASA, one was saying Obey, and there's a big conspiracy about NASA and that, and you think, well, shit like that's been put on purpose. They haven't accidentally put these shirts on these kids and stuff. And I'm thinking, oh my, or even the blue symbolism, Ethan Hawke's shirt at the start, the stuff that they're talking about, and the way that they would, the cinematography was fantastic, where they'd be close up, and then all of a sudden the camera would pan out, and it would be this big open thing, and it would show you these isolated people inside of this big functioning world, and it's like, oh, I can't do this, I really can't, proper stress. And at the very end, when the young daughter finds safety, spoiler alert, Rose, yeah, thank you.
She was wanting to watch his fucking friends.
And that terrified me, because I always go on about with the young lads at work and that, how it is TikTok and all that kind of just going through. She had supplies there, medical supplies, water, food, shower, all this shit, and it was just let's not go back and find my family, which aren't even that far away. Let's quickly finish Friends. And I'm thinking, that's just so typical. That's how I can envision a younger generation. I'll be like, there's a massive fire. Hang on a second, just quickly check this new TikTok
I just don't
trend.
understand why he became ill. Was it from the tick or what? I don't know.
Yeah, he got Lyme disease. I did all my research on Lyme disease straight after this film. But yeah, he just got Lyme disease from the tick.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Lyme disease.
Okay, well that answers that question. But it was just weird.
Yeah,
And
even
obviously the deer, the hut.
yeah, the symbolism with animals, because obviously animals are supposed to see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know birds and that fly when there's like storms and shit coming in, and deers are supposed to be a symbolism of hope and rebuild and stuff. And when you see a deer, you go, deer. Some people might go Bambi. But then in these deer, you're like, this is eerie as fuck when they're circling the cabin, and then you're like, why are you making deer fucking big? And the part that really fucking freaked me out was the Tesla part, because again, that then has to be greenlit by Elon Musk and stuff. And like, why he would be like, yeah, let's show all these Tesla cars and shit, because it doesn't paint them in a bad picture, but it doesn't look fantastic. But yet he said, yeah, go for it, it's fine. And so there's loads of layers to this, and there's loads of, even there's somebody translated what the Spanish lady was saying on the side of the road and stuff like that. I can't remember all the dialogue. You can find it online and shit. But throughout the whole film, the pacing of it, I was like, oh my god, what's going on? Oh my god, what's going on? And my heart was just pounding. And when we get to, like I said, it's one of my favourite scenes of the year was when Mahershala Ali breaks down to Ethan Hawke about all the different steps, and you're like, oh fuck. And it just absolutely, like I said, you could say, we spotted an alien, there's the Kraken under the ocean, like, yeah, cool, sci-fi fiction shit. Then he starts saying this, like, this is so, especially with, like, lunatics you have in charge and all that. Yeah. And it freaked me out. But did you enjoy the film?
I enjoyed the film.
Yeah.
Like I said, it would be the step to go down to break society.
100%.
Get rid of all technology and all that shit.
Yeah.
Scare people.
It's, it's fucking disgusting. Anyway, we'll talk more of the conspiracy talk next in what podcast. But what else is happening?
I finished Gen V.
Oh, you finished Gen V? That final scene, mate.
It was fucking stupid at the end.
Oh, why did you think it was stupid?
Why just pretend kill them to put them in a fucking hut?
Oh, because I think
whatever they ended up.
What I get from it is that people at Vought and Homelander, spoilers obviously, her powers can beat Homelander. And obviously, we know in the world of the boys, it's not traditional superheroes. It's all about popularity vote and all this kind of carry on and whatnot. And I think he knew, and the Vought and the Seven stuff knew that, hang on a sec, we'll isolate, we'll make them look like the bad guys so we get more tick points and our, because it's all about ticker boxes and getting points and Instagram shit and all that kind of carry on. But I love seeing, because Homelander genuinely terrifies me, because we all think, Superman, yeah, here to save the day, but this Superman's a fucking lunatic. So when he come down at the end, and she's like, and he's like, no, and I'm thinking, oh my fucking god, you're in for it here. And I was just absolutely on the edge, sitting up in my fucking bed, absolutely heart racing, what are you going to do, Homelander, what are you going to do? And then, did you see the end credit scene with Butcher as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so he comes in, it's, you fucking get him, you sexy little cunt. I can say cunt because he likes to say cunt. So I absolutely loved it, and I'm ready, because that's going to now just spiral straight on into the events of season 4. I'm assuming we'll see a lot of these again. They're divided. Will some of the other kids go into the 7 and all that carry on? Don't know. And I loved how violent and gory it was at the end. Like, even when she was fighting the invisible guy, I can't remember his name now, and the way that she beat him, and to the point where she's blown up the is it Emma? Emma's like, was she called Emma? When she's blowing up her arm and stuff like that. I loved it so much. It was so good and fun. For me, anyway. I just love seeing Homelander.
I prefer the boys.
I definitely prefer the boys.
I preferred the boys.
But as a spin-off to expand this world, I thought it was fucking amazing.
It's alright.
Just to give us another little layer of it. But no, I completely agree with the boys is peak. It's the best. So you've done the boys. We're ending the year on. Honestly, I thought because we're going to come do our end of year podcast, where we're like, it's going to be even harder because we are literally ending the year amazing. I know you haven't done it, but Rick and Morty's ended absolutely fucking fantastic.
I've seen it, so...
you've seen it all?
No, I've seen it on me thingy, so it's on my list to do.
Not a spoiler, but they get literally Pokemon jokes in this final episode, something they've never done, and I was like, get in, there's a Pokemon reference. And obviously, we've just seen Godzilla -1, which is still crushing it. Yeah. What a beautiful way to end the year.
Hello. February, I think I read. They're bringing out a black and white version.
Oh, that'll be beautiful. That'll be even more in honour of... Oh, yes, I love that. Exactly, dog. Aquaman, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It was a massive high for me. Chris will let us know what he thinks of this. What else? We ended the year on a massive high.
I've just watched a lot of programs I've just missed.
Catching up.
I've watched a lot of NCIS over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's.
So I'm all up to date with all that now.
I'm all up to date with. I finished all of Reacher. I don't know Reacher, so I'm up to date.
I'm up to date.
Episode 4 last night. This morning.
What are you thinking of Reacher?
Yeah, Reacher.
What are you thinking of it?
Oh no, the show's fantastic, and this isn't a dispute. It's because of where I know him from.
Yeah.
I know him as Fad Castle, so when he's doing all of these badass beating people up, I still see the goofy guy that spent all of his money on a tank and what he thought was a dinosaur, which is a rhino. So even though, because he's fantastic, I absolutely, because he's massive in Blue Mountain State as well. If you want to see a different side to him, I recommend anybody watch that. Don't go. It's very American Pie, so if you're not into that kind of stuff, but you'll see a completely different side of him. But no, the show's fantastic. It's I love all the violence. The one part I hated about season 1 was what was his name? The skinny little bastard, the little rat. The proper smooth, he looked like a crackhead. You know when he first meets the psycho that kills his dad, and he's like, "I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to talk to the guy that's obviously letting you ride shotgun in his G-Wagon or whatever the fuck it is." He's one of the guys that wear the white suits to go into, and he has the fight in the pool. It's like how he probably put Reacher through his paces in that, and I'm thinking, hang on a sec, you're a small little scrawny fucker. There's no chance you, because he fairly does. Well, no, he wins the fight. Reacher wins because he gets the gun in the pool and shoots him. And I'm thinking, how the fuck is the only fight you've lost to that little rat? Like, out of everybody, you've got him against other people that are like military guys from like, was it Mexico or whatever, or that kind of shit. But yeah, that's the fight you've lost. Like, how the fuck have you done that? But no, the show's awesome. It's fun. It's great. It's always been, I watch this because of him. I'm not like the world of Reacher. I've never been a huge fan. I don't mind the Tom Cruise film and stuff, even though this is completely stripped back to the original book, isn't it? It's completely thingied. Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. It's awesome. It's a nice new weekly thing for me to look forward to. I don't know why it took us so long to get there. But like I said, man, when I see him, I just think, winning a race but still eating a biscuit out your ass and stuff. And it's just it's hilarious and stuff. I wish he would have come back to play Raphael as well in the second TMNT, but he only did the first film. He said it was weird doing that film as well. But no, Reacher was awesome. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So it's another point to my year ending on a high.
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying it. Enjoying it.
I like the fact that they always constantly mention that you're a big Yeti, you're a big fucker, you're a big bastard, and that. Like, every time he walks in, it's like, who's brought the Yeti? All this kind of shit. It is fun. I like the way that he strode up in season 1 to that the first little town, and you knew straight away he was going to fucking rattle her.
You knew he was going to cause carnage.
You knew, yeah. And I like the way he rocks up and he just sort of embeds in this investigation and how smart. Like, because that's another thing you don't really. Well, you do. The Tom Cruise stuff, because I've never read the books. I know the layout of them, but I've never read them. The Tom Cruise stuff, he is intelligent, but you don't get to see like a detective-y side of him and whatnot. Yeah. So it's nice to see this big unit of a man who can punch your head in, unless you're a little rat, which is still weird. But you can also solve shit in the way he breaks stuff down. Yeah. So no, I'm really enjoying it. It's fucking awesome. Amazon continue to keep delivering good series.
Well, season 3 is confirmed.
I saw him do a clip. Yeah, I saw him
we'll
do
get
a clip.
That at some point. I'm guessing in middle towards the end of the year.
Yeah, so I'm down for that. So like I said, another huge point added to end of the year bonus. We'll quickly, should we speak the legal stuff on 2 different people?
Yeah.
Right, first of all, we'll do, because the other one's recent, we'll do Jonathan Majors, right? I don't know if you stayed up to date with that. Obviously, he's now, Disney have fired him.
He's gone.
They set this. Apparently, they're looking for a replacement of Kang. They approached John Boyega. He said no, but I know he's got beef with Disney after the Star Wars stuff. I heard rumours of Will Smith. I really don't want that. Please keep Will Smith out of it.
What else have you heard before we move on?
I've heard that they are tempted to just scrap him and just start with a new villain, which if they write it outright, it could be fine, whatever. But I'm more confused on the legal case, because he got found guilty of 2 out of 4, and the major one was he was found guilty. To me, this doesn't make sense. He was found guilty of injuring her whilst trying to flee. To me, that doesn't make sense, because if you're trying to flee and you hurt somebody by way of fleeing, does that not mean, like, if me and you get in a scuffle?
I think there's like a 5-10 second video popped up.
Yeah,
I've seen that where where he was pushing it into the truck or
into the car. Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to say, was him pushing it and then he runs down the street.
I don't know what the crack is.
She said there was about a massive cut down her neck, and she said it happened in the car, and the guy who driving the car was on the stand, and they said, did it happen in the car, did he cut her? He said no, And then she went to a nightclub after, and she said she still had the scar, the cut, but she's outside the club with her two mates, and she's not cut. It's not only until she comes back out, and you just see Jonathan Majors running down the street. And I'm all a bit confused by the situation. I don't understand it. It's obviously I don't know every little bit of detail. Maybe there's a bit I'm missing, so somebody correct us. But I watched the clips that are available, and I listened to them, and I don't understand. Like I said, if me and you get in a scuffle, and I get away, but as I'm getting away, I hurt you. But you intended to maybe kill me. Does that not give me the right to like hurt you to get?
I mean, to that sound, it's self-defense.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there might be bits and loopholes and whatnot.
There could be more to it we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, Greg. But yeah, you're right on the other aspect of things. Will Smith, we was looking at Will Smith, but
Yeah.
I really hope not, because it won't sit right.
Yeah, it will just. No.
Yeah. Jonathan Majors, like you said, he's got other shit to do, so he said no. But they're also looking at going down another route, which is they're on about buying the rights for Venom.
What, having Venom the
Having
main?
Tom Hardy.
What, as the main villain?
Bringing Venom over. I don't know what route or where they're going to go with it.
Does Venom come as a separate package to Spider? When Sony bought the rights to film,
well, technically,
does he not fall under the umbrella, or is he separate entity? Because when they bought Spidey, I thought they bought.
It's that's where you've got to look at the small print.
Right. Okay.
See, it's some occasions it'll say right. Yeah, if you're gonna buy Spider-Man, you'll get certain rights to other characters. But some people might say if you're gonna buy Spider-Man, you're only getting Spider-Man. You're not getting any of the other characters. So it's clause like that. You've got to look at small print.
So let's say it goes through.
So let's say no, for example, and they've bought the rights separately to Venom.
Yeah.
Then where will they go from there? I don't know.
Well, we know there's a bit of symbiote left over,
Yes.
so there is a Venom in the MCU. How it worked in the Spider-Man game, having Venom as this big bad. Because I suppose if you want Venom as your anti-hero, you can keep him as your anti-hero in the Sony shit. And then you can have this version as a bad guy. I mean, there is lots of Venomized stuff. We've had like Maximum Carnage and all that kind of shit. And so you can bring Carnage and... Well, if you're allowed Carnage then. If you're allowed one symbiote, you're allowed all the... I'm getting confused now. Well, I don't know. I've never looked at the legal documents. So I don't know what they're allowed.
I don't know.
But you could have, I guess, a bit where Venom's slowly infecting and taking over loads. I adore Venom. My second favourite comic book character of all time. I just don't know if I want him as my big bad. Kang made sense. Obviously, Thanos made sense. To me, I would have given him over by all means. Give him a solo film or give him a baddie in a couple of films. But your next big bad should have been, if they're going to start again, they should have went Galactus route. Even if they did go Doctor Doom route because he's powerful enough. I don't know. That's a weird one to me. Even if they wanted to, we know the mutants are coming. We just had the title revealed, haven't we? X-Men. The Futures. They've just revealed the title of it. If they wanted to, I would have been completely down with a Magneto big bad threat with a new army of Brotherhood and mutants and stuff like that. I would have took that. I don't know if Venom would have been my... I don't know. If I see Venom on the big screen, though, I'm still going to be happy because I fucking adore the guy so much. But that's a bit of a weird one. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought it was weird when I was
Yeah. But yeah, fuck knows on that one then, mate.
Yes.
Fuck knows.
And obviously the other fucking legal.
Yeah, I only heard about this one yesterday morning.
I think it only came up yesterday.
I was only yesterday morning. Yeah, I'll let you break it, seeing as it's your franchise.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Been done for sexual battery.
He's
on
been sued.
An ex-assistant.
Yeah.
Former assistant.
It said he's being sued for sexual. Was it assault or harassment? Assault.
I think it was sexual battery.
Sexual battery. So does that count as? Is that a form of assault?
I think that's just an assault.
Is it? Right. Which is, I mean, obviously we have no idea. I haven't seen any of the details from the case at the minute. I don't know if we have to allegedly doing it. If she's suing him, she's obviously got reason to believe so, and he'll obviously defend himself and stuff. But we don't know these celebrities at all. But when you look at Vin, I don't care what you think about acting wise, but as a person, he seems quite mellow and relaxed and chilled.
Yeah.
But again, we don't know these people behind closed doors. They could be completely different people.
Exactly.
But if I was to get a list of 20 celebrities for the next one to have a court, I don't think I would have put Vin Diesel on the list.
No.
Definitely don't. It's It's one of them ones. Hopefully, if he's done it, then justice has prevailed and he gets the charges against him that are rightfully deserved. But unfortunately now, which is horrible to the women and the women involved. It's one of the ones where you look at it and you go, hopefully it's not just somebody saying it because they go, hang on a second, I can get a couple of quid here, or I can get, God forbid that's the case, but we know that that's happened before with like footballers and stuff. Yeah. But of course, I'm assuming if she's suing him, she's got reason to believe. But it's another one because if he's found guilty in that, it's very unlikely. Well, the fast might continue. I don't know, but it's very unlikely. Well,
I think it's filmed. I think it's done. So I think they're just piecing it all together.
So what do you do with that one then? Because he's not like an Amber Heard in Aquaman where you can just sort of little character. He's the main.
He's the main character, so you can't really get rid of him.
And
I don't know.
There's no one. If this does happen, I'm not saying it will happen, but I truly, wholeheartedly believe if they want to continue with the fast, they'll just chuck the Rock in there. It'll be the perfect chance for them to bring him back and say, we'll follow the Rock now. I can see them doing it. They want to bring him back anyway. They've got the Fast and Furious spin-off stuff. I can see that happening. I really can.
Fuck knows. But if he is found guilty, then that means he's put Pitch Black in jeopardy for the fourth franchise.
Yeah. Any future potential Groot stuff, even though they've already got his recording, so if they wanted to.
And there was something else he was doing. Bloodsport too, no?
Yeah,
Bloodsport?
Yeah, the one where he's on the nanotech shit.
Is it called Bloodsport?
I think you're right. I think it's called Bloodsport.
So it'll have a lot of...
Yeah,
But obviously, we don't know. Only he and the accused.
These things usually take a little while anyway. To be fair, the Jonathan Major stuff feels like it wrapped up quite quick. So I don't know if this one will wrap up quite quick. There might be... sometimes they have out-of-court settlements, don't they? But I think he did come up with a statement denying it all, so... It might, if he's denied it and she's still accusing him, we'll have to do a long drawn out process and stuff. Yeah, it's a funny old one. Obviously, we can't really say what's for sure until the facts come out.
Yes,
and then speculate that way. Logan Paul. Well, yeah, technically Logan Paul. South Park come up with their newest special, which was fucking hilarious. It was taking the piss out of OnlyFans and Prime by Logan Paul. That's why I said Logan Paul, and it's fucking unbelievable. Randy Marsh, Stan's dad, thinks he can start an OnlyFans. But he gets all of his hashtags and trends, so his audience is full of kids. But throughout the entire episode, he's just sat with his dick out. Like when he tries this new drink, they call it Cred instead of Prime, obviously for legal reasons inside the show. Yeah. Instead of taste testing it, because he's doing OnlyFans, he's like, okay, we got raspberry crunch. He opens it and he just pours it on his cock. He's like, oh yeah, the flavour there is amazing and shit. But it's so strange to see Randy. Everywhere he goes to the police station, he goes out, he goes to lawyers and that. His cock's just out. He's like, I'm an OnlyFans creator. And it's like, oh my God. And they smash it. They hit the nail on the head on what it is like. Because there was a Prime epidemic all around the world when it first came out and stuff. And there's so many people signing up to OnlyFans and doing OnlyFans stuff and whatnot.
It's fucking blowing out the water how many people are doing OnlyFans now.
There's so many people that you don't expect to be like, yeah, I'm on OnlyFans, and I've got nothing against it. If you can go over there and sell some titty pics, or I'm sure there's a bloke that he's not very attractive or anything, but girls ask him to say stuff. I'm sure he opened like a can of beans or some shit on there. Laura told me all about it. Yeah,
we need to get on this.
Mate, fuck me. I'll show my fucking minging ass hobbit feet off or some shit for a couple of quid.
Just show your toes off. There's some kinky shit out there that likes toes.
I'll happily let some...
Slowly pull our sock off.
Yeah. I'll let some fucking horrible bloke in fucking Lithuania or some country wank off to my toes. Not a problem. Just send us 10 quid or whatever. Yeah, so I'll go for it, but it's still a funny subject matter to take.
It is, isn't it?
But anyway, Chris pulled out his phone, so I'm assuming he has a couple of screenshots.
I do. But before we move on, obviously talking about wrestlers.
Oh, hello.
Obviously, I'm a big nerd for NCIS.
Yes.
And obviously, I've just finished off NCIS. That's all completely done now.
Yeah.
But I was surprised how many wrestlers popped up in that.
Was there loads of wrestlers like?
Yeah, I had Sheamus. I had
never.
I had Sheamus. I had fucking Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon.
I had fucking Goldberg was one of the main characters throughout the entire season 13 and 14.
What?
Who else fucking popped up? Fucking whatchamacallit? Her real name's that's fucking related to Snoop Dogg.
Sasha Banks.
She popped up.
No,
what the fuck is this? wrestlers are popping up.
So the wrestlers are just slowly turning into. Were they criminals or were they investigators or were they?
Shane McMahon. No, Shane McMahon was an investigator.
I could see him being an investigator.
Goldberg was a PI / ex-soldier guy.
You can buy that.
Sheamus was a criminal.
I was able to say
he was a criminal. He was an Irish criminal with fucking drug lords and fucking weapons.
Yeah. Sasha Banks.
Her. She was an assassin.
Oh, was she? Well, obviously, it was a shock because she rocked up a Mandalorian as well, didn't she? And you're like, okay, you do, because she hasn't been in WWE for fucking. I think she's literally, as far as I'm aware, she actually doesn't work there anymore because there was a massive fallout. But so it was just full of wrestlers.
Full of wrestlers.
Oh, fair play.
And obviously sticking to wrestlers. Another one that's in the limelight. Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Yeah, with the drug charges and.
Yes, yeah, she had. Was she driving as well at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had the what are they called, mug shots. Yeah, there's Jeff Hardy used to be so bad for all that kind of shit.
I didn't realise the name was fucking that.
I don't know what's her real name. I just read it.
I can't even pronounce it. It's not English. I think where's she from? Sounds like Mexican or something.
She's got an American accent, but obviously she doesn't mean she's born there. I'm not sure where she's from. I've always known her as every wrestling because I don't really follow her out of wrestling.
Yeah. Wow.
I did see the mugshots. I didn't read the full name though. I should have done now if it's such a weird, unique name.
It's a unique. It's like your name. No wonder you get called Liv Morgan.
Is it that bad?
It is. It's weird.
Right, I'll have to have a look at that.
So yeah, that's all that shit. Thingied. Like I haven't got a lot.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's perfect timing for us to go see Wet Jason.
To be honest. We've spoke about that. Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
No, not Ben Affleck.
Not Ben Affleck. Casey Affleck.
No, nobody Affleck.
Oh, what the fuck?
What you call him?
Matt Damon.
No, the other comedian.
Comedian.
For fuck's sake. I'm thinking Ben Stiller, but it's not Ben Stiller. Adam Sandler. What the fuck?
Adam Sandler. Yes.
He's got a new film coming out, but it's different for him.
Well, it's not like his regular.
It's not his regular comedy fucking thingy, and this is produced by Channing Tatum. This is called Spaceman.
Yeah, he's in space.
Yes.
I did see a picture of this. What's this all about?
Well, I had to Google the premise because I didn't have a fucking clue. But he's an astronaut sent to the edge of galaxy to collect mysterious dust finds surrounding the Earth.
Yeah.
It turns out where he is voices, so when he looks back, some creature is speaking to him in a kind of weird voice.
Yeah.
And Earth is kind of like going wrong.
Right, so there's shit going down on Earth. He's up in space gathering this dust shit, and there's a creature with him, or in his mind, or some shit.
Well, I don't know if it's in his mind.
Right, there's a physical creature with him.
I don't really. It doesn't say. It's just he's getting a voice.
Oh, so it might be a bit like a horror-y, sci-fi type thing. Okay, I'll take it. Adam Sandler, obviously, he seems like he'll be weird if there's allegations against him because he seems like the nicest lad ever.
That's what I mean.
I'm just bringing that up because we're on about Vin and stuff. But yeah, you are right. I can't even picture the last time I saw him in anything that wasn't, silly, goofy, grown-up kind of.
It's weird when you stick to one. It's like the Jim Carrey film when he did that fucking 72 or whatever.
Number 23.
Aye.
I love that film.
It was weird because it's not how you see Jim.
Yeah,
he's always the comedian. He's always the funny guy. But to be somebody serious, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, I'll watch the shit out of this
I
though.
will,
The premise alone, you've.
I will watch it. It releases on the 1st of March.
It's only a few months away.
So
I'll take the shit out of that, mate. No problem.
It's weird. We've talked about that one. Obviously, Godzilla getting in black and white.
Yes. Deadpool. Jimmy fucking Chunga.
There's a rumour, a big rumour, that on the 11th of February.
Do you know why it would be the 11th of February then? Because that's the year. The 11th of February was the date that his first comic book ever come out. Oh, don't tell me it's gonna be a trailer.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful. And it was 1993. Yeah, it was 1993 that he same my birth year that he first ever appeared in comics. The 11th of February. Oh wow! So the trailer. That's fucking beautiful. Will that make it? No, that would make it 21. I was going to say, well, that'd make it exactly 20 years, wouldn't it? But that would be 21 years.
1993.
1993, 2003, 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it'd be longer than 20 years.
30 years.
It'd be 30 years.
30 years.
Wow. So we might have a trailer.
Wait up. The 11th of February, we'll have a trailer.
This, see, they're quite lucky, Marvel, at the minute, because of how shit and fucked up stuff it is. It's a bit of a mess. We know this film's going to literally be bigger than a film. It's going to be a actual... Like, you could physically have Deadpool in this film say shit like, right, let's go out, let's save Disney and the MCU, what's going on, because we know he breaks the fourth wall. We know we're going to see the Fox studio. We know that he's outside of the film whilst being in the film. So if they wanted to be like, okay, any shit we can try and tidy up, we'll try and entangle it in here, because it's fine to be goofy and silly and over the top because it's Deadpool.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to be like, if one of his little stupid mistakes that he does in this film, you could say that Kang is no longer Kang, or they're now this, or this is now the main threat because of what he's done. So they've got a bit of a lifeline here to like maybe rejiggle stuff.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's fucking keeping them going at the minute.
To be fair, on a certain degree, you're not that wrong, because a lot of the new stuff's been hit and miss. But a lot of people are quickly forgetting as well. A lot of the stuff we had in this phase have been absolutely astronomical. Loki, Spider-Man No Way Home and stuff. And there's rumours that Spider-Man No Way Home, apparently Kingpin is set to be the main villain, and I am all about that. Did you see the trailer for Echo?
I was about to mention, I haven't got it here, but I was
that
about to
looks
mention
fucking
Echo.
mint.
It does look mint.
It's only six parts?
6 parts, and they're all out.
Mate, it looks like a nice, gritty, on the streets of New York, sort of gang, violent crime. Will Smith punching that lad's face in the alley, and it's not going to be like a 12, it must be like a 15, there's blood and gore in this.
It's an
it's
film,
going to look fucking,
series.
Going to look absolutely awesome.
It's going to look good. I'm looking well to it. February? Is it February?
I think you might be right with February.
Around February.
It was meant to be this year. Now, because we're on MCU, episode 2 of What If is up today. I won't tell you what it is, I'll let you get to it. But episode 1 yesterday was What If Nebula joined the Nova Corps, which was a fun little episode to start us off with. But it's glad to hear the Watcher's voice being like, pardon me, the question, what if? I was like, I'm up for this every day for the next 10 days or some shit.
Yes. Netflix. Obviously, with season 1 of Wednesday did really well for a lot of people, and season 2 is on its way. They're on about doing a spin-off already.
Following who?
Uncle Fester.
I suppose
that guy.
Because this Uncle Fester, when she meets him, he says, "I've been here, I've been there." He's done a lot of weird. Okay, go for it. I'll follow that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, who the fuck can get spin off when you say that? And I flashback, yeah, he did have a lot of weird stuff. And, I learnt this over here and we did this. And so I'll take that.
Yeah. That's Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Henry Cavill. Just quickly, pause. I was going through Netflix.
What was this?
No.
Oh, right. It's when you said it, I'm like, oh shit, what's he about to tell me? I didn't realise you could play games on Netflix. Was it you that told me that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it was you that told me that.
GTA.
Yeah, and I was thinking, I was telling them at work, and I was like, who the fuck told me that? It was you, wasn't it? I was like, what the fuck? Sorry, carry on, Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. I was going through shit to figure out what was I going to watch and whatever else. And Warhammer on there, right?
They've got Warhammer.
Not Warhammer. What's
Warcraft?
Warcraft.
Right.
We're getting old. 2016 that came out.
World of Warcraft did?
Yeah.
With Travis Fimmel from Vikings?
Aye.
Wow.
That's what I mean. I looked at the date and I was like, 16? That's like fucking 6 years ago. 7 years ago.
Jesus Christ, that's that old. Because we went cinema to see that. Yeah. What the fuck? Okay. Right, shit, we are old. To be fair, I'll get more into the next podcast. When I had my night out last night, I haven't felt as old as I have felt. Oh, it was so weird. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Come back on Tuesday for another weird crack.
But anyway, Henry Cavill, Warhammer. Well, to be precise, Warhammer 40,000. Yes. Yeah. It looks like it's going ahead. It's got all the green lights.
Sweet.
And he's got a lot of shit involved.
Well, he's a huge fan of it, so...
It looks like he's got a contract with Amazon.
Oh, Amazon coming out with the smash hit.
So, yeah, everything's been fully agreed, whatever they've been talking about. So, it's definitely coming.
Nice. I look forward to it. The world and the mythos of Warhammer, there's so many, I think you'll fall in love with it. There's different alien races and this weird sort of cult, but space marines, there's blood angels and all that kind of shit. It's like fuck me, this is fucked and weird, but it's beautiful.
Beautiful. I'll get behind it, because I think it'll be brilliant.
I don't think you're gonna love it that much that you'll be like, right, let's go get the models and start painting my little armies. But I think you'll really enjoy the
I could never get into it.
A lot of people see, if they didn't do Lord of the Rings, I would have been all over it. But when I walked to Warhammer fucking years ago, Games Workshop, and there was the option, it was always going to be Lord of the Rings. But I would love to have had enough money and time to learn more about the other side.
Yeah. Captain America.
Captain America
4. It's been put on hold.
Right.
Apparently, some writers have been told to do one. They're bringing some more writers in, and if there's a lot of reshoots being gone on.
There's a lot of new stuff.
So whatever's gone on, obviously, it's all changing.
Yeah. Maybe for the better though. Maybe they have to rework every new project.
Maybe
because of this Kang shenanigans.
Maybe,
I know. Yeah. Did they say they want to bring the Multiverse of Madness writer in for the next Avengers film? Which would be fine for me, because as much as you might not have liked Doctor Strange, at least it was a multiversal weird shenanigans. It got them bits right for me. So we'll see on all that.
We shall see. Netflix.
Get off my box,
they're
saggy
redoing an old-time classic.
Get the dog.
They're redoing an old-time classic, which to me, because I grew up watching this, it just doesn't look right.
Right.
Land Before Time.
Oh no, I don't. No, because I know exactly. I saw the animation. I can't do Land Before Time again. I adored them. They're amazing. What's in the deep blue sea? I remember all the songs, everything, mate. I will never watch it again because of when he said bye to his mum, and I remember crying into my peanut butter on toast. I'm never doing Land Before Time again. It's fucking disgusting. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's part of my childhood, but no, thank you. But I saw the animation picture.
They're on about redoing it. It's coming out 2025. It just doesn't look right. Nah, it doesn't look right.
I get why they would do it, because everything's supposed to evolve, but no, I'm fine, thank you. I don't need to have my heart broken anymore.
Yeah. That's basically it.
Oh, well, that's perfect timing, to be fair. Chris, 10-minute walk to Skinner's, go watch Wet Jason for the last time. And I need to stop saying that. They were asking me, what you got to see at cinema? I was like, Jason Momoa get wet. And they're like, eh. I was like, listen, he's beautiful. So I need to stop saying that. I think I was even messaging Laura, saying I'm about to go see Jason now. I'm here for Aquaman, but he's a good looking guy, you know what I mean? But anyway, visuals, that is the Canoosy news.
That is the news.
If you're any celebrities, please stop committing crimes. Because I was about to say, as much as I'm not a fast guy, it's eventually going to start. I don't want to turn around and, I don't know, what franchise are we absolutely, like, I don't know, God forbid, Sheriff Hopper, David Harbour turns out to be a nasty man. I'm like, I'm enjoying Stranger Things. I know there's only one more to come, but he's going to dampen it a bit. So stop being, if you're going to commit a crime, do stupid ones like, I don't know, jaywalking. That's a stupid law in America. Stuff like that. But anyway, visuals, we'll let you know how Aquaman is next week. And next week we'll tell you all about our favourite shit from the year. So like I said, Chris is going to write his list down. It's going to be so hard now.
It's going to be so hard.
The halfway mark was hard. Yeah. The halfway mark was already hard enough. So now we're including Godzilla and stuff. Rick and Morty's finished. One Piece for me, Jesus Christ, is going to be too much that I'm going to... But anyway, it's going to be fun to discuss and talk about. And our Transformers marathon next week. Week? Yeah, but next weekend. Yeah, tomorrow, a week tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Fucking hell, then.
So,
you got a new calendar?
Yeah, I've got a new One Piece calendar.
Right, well, we had the 23rd.
Yeah, so tomorrow's the 23rd.
Yeah, so next Sunday into Monday.
Yeah, so a week tomorrow, me and Chris will have our Transformers marathon. We'll get here, maybe get some brekkie if anyone's open, do our pods, and then sit down to watch Bumblebee and Optimus and whatnot and all that kind of shit.
Film.
Do you like the shirt that the dog bought me?
More food. Films. More food.
Okay, I said to Ty, yes. I said to Ty, it's a picture of my dog on my shirt. And I was like, he's a prime. He's the worst of them, but that's him. But yeah, so next weekend should be really, really fun. And on the 1st as well, after we've done it all, you've gone home and stuff, I'm going to the Carlisle game with a bunch of boys from work, and then I'm going for a night, well, not night out, I'm going on the night to watch Liverpool against Newcastle. And there's just loads of Liverpool fans, and we won't win that game because we don't win at Anfield. So it's going to be fucking mint for me, but I'll still be representing. I'll take all the abuse and shit, even though we're going to get smashed. But anyway, so the night before, Transformers was shit, amazing, and then the next night's going to be even better. It's going to be more football. We've got a great New Year's.
Beautiful.
But visuals, thank you for listening. We're going to go check out Wet Jason and keep it on.
Yes, and
you were moist when he said that. He's ready for Wet Jason.
not as much as you.
You love Jason Momoa.
People with long hair, I've got obsessed with
You fucking do love a good sexy Samoan as well. You fucking do love a Samoan.
Love you, bye.
Oh God, you.